Alrighty, we're live. That's the Ramsey show ending for, what is today? August 17th, 2021. Forgot the year for a second. It's okay. I'm old. It happens. Let's see what we're going to do. Get the chat, and we wait a few minutes to start. So while we do that, even though it's right there, I will type in my email address. Almost typed in Coach Steven money. I'm too hip for the end because I had to tell somebody today. And if you want to schedule a free consultation, got to spell that correctly. That is oops. For it to be clickable, I'll have to put the HTTPS in there. RamseyCoach.com/Coach Steve Money. What up, Tisa? What up, Tina? Tisa, that compliant viewer person changed their name to compliant viewer after they were whapped by the mod, so just to let you know. That's a troll. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, donations. Can't forget about donations. That would be https://paypal.me. Never know. Never know. I blocked quite a few of them today. I've gone months without blocking anybody. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. What time is it? 3 after. Wait about 30 more seconds. I don't know. They are just obsessed with me. They don't, I mean, I don't understand. It's I'm in the Dave Ramsey chat and I'm giving Dave Ramsey advice and they have a problem with that. Oh, I'm going to turn the fan off. How different is that with the fan off? Much better, I'm guessing. So, but yeah, they just love me. Obsessed. Tina Share says keyboard bullies. That's right. All right, where did my notes go? Still trying to get used to this setup here, but I think it lets me see almost everything that I need to see. All right, today's show number 87. How about that? 87 of these. And let's see if she's in here. She has not typed anything, if so, but shout out to Cindy Bear, who watched the Drew Carey Show opening video of this song today. Up every morning just to keep a job, I gotta fight my way through the hustling mob. Sounds of the city pounding in my brain while another day goes down the drain. Yeah, but it's a 5 o'clock world when the whistle blows. No one owns a piece of my time. And there's a 5 o'clock me inside my clothes, thinking that the world looks fine, yeah. Adelaide, yep. Hip, Adelaide, do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it, and all things financial, whatever the heck else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, also Ramsey Preferred financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment by going to the URL https ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money, or you can just type in ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money, and it'll resolve to the secured site there. That's part of the Ramsey Solutions website. You can also, if you have a question about consultation or anything else on my channel, or a question to be answered on the show, if you can't get into the chat to ask it live, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, which is right up there. And you can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Steve Money, no spaces, trying to get more active on the gram. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right. What's up, Luciano? Thanks for coming by and checking it out. All right, see if you like it. Today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dave Ramsey and George Camel. And he is host of the Fine Print podcast, which the latest episode was how to bulletproof your money for the next pandemic, as you can see right there on the screen. The previous ones were coaching. A credit card something will screw up your life. It's not here. Let's see. I saw it. There we go. How TurboTax is screwing you was the second most recent one, and the other one I don't think it's in here. Oh, there it is. The true cost of credit card rewards. All right. So, and that's the 3 that have been out so far. There are going to be 10 of those. They also announced the Borrowed Future full-length documentary, which is out in October. I think that's what they said, and it'll be available from Ramsey Solutions platform as well as other platforms, but they don't have an announcement on that yet because they haven't knocked that down yet. They haven't locked it down, I mean. All right, let's go back and check on the chat. Guess she got blocked for calling people out that were people that were nasty blocked you out, or Mod blocked you, Ellie? I didn't see you ever go. I didn't see your message ever get hidden on there. So either I missed it, or Luciano is absolutely correct. Always mean people on the internet, and actually, there's more because people are more mean because they don't have to deal with you in person, because you could knock their block off or whatever if they were standing right in front of you. So it probably got worse after I blocked all of them, because they don't like that. They like the attention. I like attention too, but not that kind of attention. Ellie, yeah, I know you called me a butt, but from you it's different than from other people. Because you and I have more of a history, so yeah. Yeah, Clay just, he has, I think he has some, he likes to joke, and he gets close to trolly areas there. And that I had blocked him too because of that. Because I thought he was Bill, and same last name as well, so that's all right. But yeah. Yeah, then at the end there, it was a vaccine thing. So, yeah, so they'll just have to live without my attention. Let's see. How about if we do? Dave told the first debt-free screamers that he didn't get paid for coaching ice hockey. The parents just bitched at him. Thought that was funny. The first debt-free screamers, the husband of that couple, did that as a side hustle, and got money for it. Unlike Dave, apparently. All right, market report. As you can see, not so fun today. Everything down, as you can see. Russell the most, of course, just continuing to get hammered. The small cap Russell index. The other ones, NASDAQ almost down a complete percentage point today. S&P and Dow not so well. So, and let's see if there's something else I wanted to. Yeah, as you can see, this would be all NASDAQ stocks, and they're in the S&P as well. But as you can see, the NASDAQ, the tech stocks, and all of them went down. Led by Tesla at almost 3% down. AMC was up 4.12. It's one of your Reddit stocks there. Another Reddit stock, GameStop, down 0.29%. All right, and so let's see. These are out of order that I wanted them to. I think there was maybe there wasn't, because I couldn't really find an explanation. I mean, Afghanistan, inflation. You take your pick about why the market went down today. And sometimes after it comes up a while, it does go down. So it could just be a thing. Trying to understand it and trying to have a reason for it is a fool's errand a lot of times. Matty Bags, what up? Alrighty. Let's see what this is. I got a ton of the first couple articles are mine, the ones that I found. But I got a ton from field reporter Sydney to get through, and I might not get through them today, but that's fine because tomorrow night there will be no Aftershow show in this time slot at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey show is over. Because I have a school function to do for my son. He just started his senior year in high school, and so not going to miss that. And so I will do an after show special, a very special after show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. I'm going to listen to the audio of the show before I go, so I will be able to hear most of the show. Home builder confidence sinks to 13-month low. Housing market index declined 5 points in August, and so that's part of what will perhaps bring the price down. So if they're not confident that they can sell them, they're not going to build them, and so that can go either way. That can make the supply less, and then if demand stays higher, then that'll make the prices go up even more. But if demand wanes as well, then they'll go down. I thought this was interesting. Where's this on? This is on the New York Times. I haven't created an account. I guess I could do that since it's just create an account. I'm not going to subscribe, of course, to the New York Times. But the main point is right in the title. People now spend more money at Amazon than they do at Walmart. So it's proof that the online future has arrived. Biggest e-commerce company outside China has unseated the biggest the biggest brick and mortar seller. And so there you go. And I didn't even realize that it hadn't already. So that's how that goes. Take a look at that. Let me move the chat right there, and then I can see it the whole time. Yeah, Afghanistan's, I mentioned Afghanistan as possible, or being a reason. Anything involved with the government might have something to do with it. That's right, Queen of Sheba, senior year. The print starts 7th grade in 2 weeks. Yeah, it will be here before you know it. Enjoy every second with the prints. Ellie says a chunk of Amazon stuff is overpriced, though. Yeah, some people make a lot of money by buying cheap brick and mortar stuff and putting it on Amazon for more money. So you really gotta do your due diligence and check. Not everything is cheaper. All right, Luciano, thank you so much for checking us out. What up, Joe? Let's see what's next. The U.S. used car bubble has burst. Talking about the housing bubble, the used cars bubble as well. The U.S. Consumer Price Index rose 0.5% in July, the lowest such month-on-month rise since February, according to new data released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The tempered rate of inflation, which should allay the market's fears of, I wonder if that's the correct word there. That's the first time I've seen like that. Allay. I think it's close to the correct word. Maybe there's only one L in it. I don't know. Market's fears of an overheated economy owed a lot to slowdown in the prices of used cars, which had galloped upwards in the spring and early summer. So, price index for used vehicles rose 0.2% in July after having risen at least 7.3% in each of the previous 3 months. So it still went up, just not as much. Excuse me, too much soda. So I'll have some more, of course, while I scroll this to see if there's anything else interesting. There's a little graph for it. Oh, and this is on QZ.com. Stands for quartz, I believe. I hadn't seen this site before. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's a basic deal there. Yahoo Finance is our next article. What up, Clay Jones? Good to see you, sir. Zillow, July 2021 to July 2022 home value and sales forecast. Zillow expects home values to grow 12.1% between July 2021 and a year from then, from last month. So in the 1 year's time, they grow 12.1%, and that's pretty good. And in 2021, up 20.3%. 20% is a lot. That's, that's your, if you don't put any money down, that'll get rid of your PMI if it goes up 20% by the end of 2021. Existing home sales expected to total 5.89 million in 2021, up 4.3% from 2020. U.S. home value growth is expected to continue to accelerate through the end of the year before beginning to slow through summer 2022. The number of completed home sales nationwide this year is expected to surpass 2020 levels, though slowed household information may put a cap on potential sales growth. Alrighty. So basically, you're going to go up, and they're going to be worth more. Ellie says, Walmart's everywhere. Literally, they swoop into small towns. No. This is from Fox Business. The people, are these, not everybody, obviously, these people, and this is a very interesting story, these people who work from home have a secret. They have 2 jobs. And I have 2 jobs too, actually more than 2. But this is not like they have 2 jobs. When the pandemic freed employees from having to report to the office, some saw an opportunity to double their salary on the sly. Why be good at one job, they thought, when they could be mediocre at 2? And this is it going to start? No, it's not. Okay, good. Thought the video was going to start on me. They were bored or worried about layoffs or tired of working hard for the man. For a meager raise every year, they got another job offer. Now they have a secret, a small dedicated group of white-collar workers, mine's red, in industries from tech to banking to insurance, say they have found a way to double their pay, work 2 full-time remote jobs. Don't tell anyone, and for the most part, don't do too much work either. Alone in their home offices, they toggle between 2 laptops, they play Tetris with their calendars, trying to dodge endless meetings. Sometimes they log on to 2 meetings at once. They use paid times off, in some cases unlimited, to juggle the occasional big project or ramp up at a new gig. Many say they don't work more than 40 hours a week for both jobs combined. They don't apologize for taking advantage of a system they feel has taken advantage of them. It's 2 jobs for one, says a 29-year-old software engineer who's been working simultaneously for a media company and an events company since June. He estimates he was logging 3 to 10 hours of actual work a week back when he held down one job. So the rest of it is just attending meetings and pretending to look busy. He was emboldened by a new website called Overemployed, started by 2 tech workers. This spring it aims to rally workers around the concept of stealthily holding multiple jobs, framing it as a way to wrest back control after decades of stalled wages for some and a pandemic that led to unpredictable layoffs. Crazy. Hard at work, seems like the less you get, people depend on you more. My paycheck is the same. That's true, pretty much, unless you get a promotion that includes, sometimes a promotion doesn't include a pay raise. But yeah, you get, like, people expect, if you do a good job, they definitely expect more of you. And you get paid the same as the person next to you doing the same job, but not as good as you. And that's the way it goes. It's been like that forever. There you go. You got your not a white collar, but you got a blue collar on there. That's close enough. And shorts on. That's the way you do it. But yeah. So that's one person may have changed the speaker. May not be that 29-year-old. I've gotten better at hearing 2 different things at the same time and trying to process it. The phone enables a quick getaway if one meeting risks hearing the other during a sudden unmute situation. That seems like that would be a little stressful. I guess you would give away. Let's see, nearly giving the game away. Let's see how they did that. Anyone who lives a double life for long will experience a close call. One worker was confused about his compensation and pulled up his pay stub to show his manager the discrepancy. To his horror, the pay stub was from his other job was listed on the same platform. He quickly stopped sharing the screen, telling his manager he didn't feel comfortable showing his paycheck. That was smart thinking, I guess. All right. Yeah. Yeah. See if there's any thoughts about that. Nope. Whose haircut? My haircut boosted? Yeah, they had crazy people on the Jerry Springer show. Clay Jones. We've been saying a lot of shows, and you don't know what they are. Are you from a different planet or something? You haven't seen any of the shows that we've seen. How they get away with it. Holding two jobs isn't illegal, says Richard Greenberg, an employment attorney with Jackson Lewis PC in New York. It's more of a contract issue. You're jeopardizing your employment. There's very few things that rise to criminal violations. For example, non-compete. Let's be honest, you have to be pretty bad at being sly to get caught. Besides, managers sometimes see incentives to hang on to dead weight. Losing headcount can amount to losing power in some organizations. Guy got hired but didn't leave his original job. I could have cut him loose, I suppose, but that would have been cutting off my own arm. It was better to have somebody than nobody. Besides, the coder was a contractor, no benefits, no job security. And Mr. Hansen says he can't help but sympathize a little with contingent workers who game the system. Well, interesting. Clay's not that young, I don't think. Just didn't see early 30s. Yeah, if he's in there as the 30s, he's just missed. What? Do you remember what shows it was we were talking about earlier that you hadn't seen, Clay? Because I don't recall right now. I should have written them down. I didn't know we'd be talking about it though. This breaking news up top here says Dow futures fall slightly after 30 stock average snaps 5-day winning streak. So that could mean they're down tomorrow. Could mean they're up tomorrow. You never know. We'll have to see. And we're beginning these are the Sydney submitted. Many to which she admits she doesn't read all the way through. So we'll just see how they are. A sample budget for someone making $35,000 a year. I don't know if this will be. Where'd it go? Do I have to click on it? Countless free affordable tools. 50-30-20 rule. We can look at that, I guess. I don't think. Let's see, is this it? No, that was the wrong thing to do, obviously. Let's go back to the other one. 50-30-20 rule is what? Hope 50 is not housing. 50-30-20. 50. Oh, percent of your paycheck should go towards the thing you need. Essential costs: rent, mortgage, food, utilities, health insurance, debt payments, and car payments. If your necessary expenses take up more than half your income, you may need to cut costs or dip into your wants fund. So 50% would be I mean, that probably I don't know. Interesting. I don't know if that would be about the essentials or not. That would fit into Ramsey plan. Maybe I'll check on. If I think about this, I'll check. 20% to savings and investments. That's gonna be closed if you have debt. If you have a mortgage still, it should only be 15% according to Ramsey guidelines, and this is 20%, so that's close. And 30% to things you want. That's probably high if you're on any baby step except 6. 30% might be kind of high there. I will examine the 50, 20, 30. Actually, I'd heard of something like it before, but I didn't know exactly what it meant. So I will look into that. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget to do that. Pardon for the dead air. Talk amongst yourselves. 50, 30, 20. And I will address that on tomorrow night's special 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Ramsey Show After Show, since it will be late. Alright, so I have that written down so I will remember. Match, let's see if Clay remembered some of the songs. Yeah, she's working, and she may be doing other things as well. Sid might be. She cuts out of the Ramsey show early as well. Elizabeth Warren came up with 50, 20, 30. All right. Can I link the articles in the show's description? Queen of Sheba, you're acting like I have an assistant or something like that. When would you like me to do that? After the show? You put the ones I've seen on there, or do that ahead of time? Because when would you imagine that would happen? And are you volunteering to do it, ma'am? That would be my next question to you. All right, so I'll check that. I mean, that didn't sound too bad. 50, 20, 30, but 30 for once. I mean, that's probably much more acceptable if you're in baby step 6, as far as 30% for once. But we'll see how it goes. Pay no attention to these credit card applications up here. NBC Select. Oh, yeah. That's CNBC trying to make some bags up there with the credit card ads. Here's the average student loan debt of borrowers age 60 to 62 and older. This age group has the smallest number of student loan borrowers, carrying an average 30,000 plus. All right. And so, what is it? According to the statistics from the U.S. Department of Education's Quarter 4 2020 data, borrowers in this age group have an average balance of $37,739.13. This is higher than 25 to 34-year-olds fresh out of college carry, which is $33,817.56. And I don't know about you kids, but I know this is getting more and more common. The first time I heard it was Troy Aikman, former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, saying it on a NFL telecast. He was saying, like this team brings better than what the other team brings. You don't need the word "what" there. You can just say, this is higher than 20. I don't know why the "what" is there. Like you add more word. Was there a minimum word usage in the article? He wouldn't get selected if it didn't have enough words, so you just make it take as many words. So I don't know where that came from, and I don't remember hearing it until, gosh, although I'm old, that may have been like 10 years ago that I heard Aikman say that. Aikman was probably already been on TV doing color commentary for football games, probably at least 2 or 3 years before I heard him say that. And I'm like, what? Then what? You don't need it. You can just say "than," higher than, and then go into your thing. But people all are throwing in the "what" now. All right. Got distracted. Distracted by words. That happens. I think that was the basic point of it, just to say they have more than 25 to 34-year-olds fresh out of college. Well, not necessarily, because fresh out of college, it hasn't had enough time to get to get all that interest on it yet. So yeah, there it goes right there. See, I'm smarter than I think I am. Unlike recent grads, however, those in their 60s have had years of interest accruing, which will continue to drive up their student loan balance, making it difficult to ever pay it off. Right now, I'm just looking for another comparison here to see if they threw in the what again. But there's not one, I don't think. No, didn't notice one. All right. Let's see. After is fine. Oh, thanks, Tina. I appreciate it. I could do the links instead of playing Madden. How dare you, Boosted? That Madden cost me $100 a year to play that. Other games too, but oh, Tina has a Kingdom to run. Of course, she can't do that. It'd be great to have an assistant. Yeah, I got to get my move done too, which is nothing like Ellie's. It's like almost non-existent compared to hers. Alrighty, from CNN Business, who put this ad there? Inflation wiped out America's pay raises. Alright, that makes sense. Companies big and small are raising wages to attract workers and hold on to employees as the economy revs back into gear, but those fatter paychecks aren't going as far thanks to rising inflation. In fact, compensation is now lower than it was in December 2019 when adjusted for inflation, according to an analysis by Jason Furman, an economics professor at Harvard University. The Employment Cost Index, which measures wages and salaries, along with health, retirement, and other benefits, fell in the last quarter and is 2% below its pre-pandemic trend. When taking inflation into account, wages and salaries are growing at a faster pace than benefits. And I think that's about it there. Yeah, you get more money, but then if things cost more money, it's there's the word of the inflation is transitory, and that means temporary, but they love to say the transitory. All right, what time is it? 6:38. Alrighty. From Yahoo Finance, strategies to deal with potential capital gains tax increases. And this, obviously, a thing for richies. Or if you happen to sell a home that has appreciated and you're not that much of a richie, you could have capital gains. And capital gains taxes simply are taxes levied on profits from selling an investment. So if you buy $10K in stock and sell those shares 5 years later for $20K, you will likely owe taxes on your $10,000 capital gain unless the investment is held in a tax-deferred account such as a 401K or an IRA. Under President Biden's proposal, I did not know he had one for capital gains, I don't think. The highest tax rate, unless it's put in with the infrastructure thing or something, since it's still saying, this is today's article, I think, though, or yesterday's, and so I don't think it's included in the infrastructure deal. It could just be something he campaigned on or something he has talked about. According to his proposal, or under the proposal, the highest tax rate for capital gains would increase to 39.6%, up from a top rate of 20% currently. But because the higher tax rate as proposed would only impact investors earning more than $1 million a year, most people wouldn't be affected. Also, it's important to note that the proposed changes may evolve as they move through the legislative process. Obviously, because they may negotiate it to be a different number, and then this group may put this into it, this group may put that into it, and this and that, and then before you know it, you don't even recognize the original bill. that happens. But if you'd still be impacted by the change and are looking to reduce, they are here for you into the what's that called when they are emphasized like that? Bolded. Jeez. All right. Invest in mutual bonds. These are generally exempt from federal income tax. They are also exempt from state income tax if the bond issuer is from the investor's home state, making them appealing to investors in high-tax states. Still, be sure to also consider out-of-state municipal bonds, which provide portfolio diversification and can provide higher after-tax yields. Dave Ramsey's not going to recommend bonds, even to reduce capital gains. Max out what you contribute to your tax-deferred retirement accounts. I'm sure he would be on board with that. Utilize tax loss harvesting to help lessen the tax bite from capital gains. Under this strategy, you can sell an investment that's fallen in value and lose that loss to reduce any taxable gains. So yeah, that's a loss. That makes sense. But normally you wouldn't sell something when it's down. Unless it's a single stock, perhaps, and you recently started following Dave Ramsey and you want to get rid of your single stock. That might be an avenue in which to do that. Trying to think of other reasons why you would like to do that. If it's something, if it's trying to think of something that's like been rendered useless, like I don't know, I can't come up with a good example, but like say if it was a calculator that you were invested in before, and then they came up with computers and it like replaces it. That's not really a good example, but you know what I'm saying. Like if you were invested in, how about if you were investing in clotheslines, and then somebody invented the clothes dryer, your clothesline stock probably not going up. So that might be a deal like that where you would do that. Consider investing in separately managed accounts, SMAs, as an alternative to mutual funds. Fund investors are often surprised to receive taxable gain statements at the end of the year, even when they didn't sell any shares of the funds. SMAs do not have embedded capital gains, unlike mutual funds. And because an investor who invests in an SMA owns the portfolio of securities directly, they can take advantage of tax loss harvesting. Managing the potential elimination of step-up in bases for inherited access. Inherited assets was the correct word. Another potentially important change to be aware of is the proposed elimination of the step-up basis in basis for inherited assets. Currently, the step-up provision means that the cost basis of the inherited asset is adjusted, stepped up, to reflect the fair market value of the asset at the time of the owner's death. For example, if you inherited shares worth $100K from a deceased loved one and then sold those assets, you wouldn't owe capital gains on that sale, even if the stock appreciated in value from an original purchase price of, say, $10,000. All right. Getting into the weeds here and revisit your plan with your financial advisor, obviously. But yeah. Getting ready. I mean, basically, if the tax law allows you to do it, why not do it? But of course, Dave Ramsey would not be down with what was it? Bonds. Yeah. Clay Jones is out. Boosted has everything he owns on wheel ready to move right now. RVs have pros and cons. I am sure, sir. Ellie says when she was single, she could move everything she owned in the back of a cargo van. Now it's a bazillion foot truck, I bet. Yeah, I don't have any. My boss has a big pickup truck, and I think all my big stuff will fit in that one trip. So, oh, we went longer than Luciano's dinner. Cool. Thanks for coming back. Let's see. Ellie has a fun fact. She said, I'm not sure if it was just us, but if you lose your shirt on single stocks, you get a tax credit each year for X number of years. Interesting. Well, yeah, if you claim the loss, I guess. Interesting. Kodak didn't go general. Can't talk today. Boosted says Kodak didn't go digital. Yeah. Blockbuster didn't go online, or maybe they did. Maybe they did, but it was like way too late or something like that. But I don't think they ever tried to do that. I mean, if they as soon as the watching stuff online happened, if they would immediately started letting you do that on Blockbuster.com, they'd probably be the ones instead of Netflix right now. Maybe. Let's see. Where are we? What time is it? Let's do one more. I'll save the rest of them for mañana. That means tomorrow in Spanish. This is from everydaycheapskate.com. 7 quick and easy ways to give yourself a tax-free raise. That rhyme there. 7 quick and easy ways to give yourself a tax-free raise. Is money a little tight? Hoping a raise will come through soon. I hate to burst your bubble, but even if it's exceptional, a raise probably won't do much good. By the time a raise is adjusted for taxes, you'll be lucky to see half of it in your bank account. And if that's not bad enough, it's a common problem that when you earn more, you'll automatically spend more. Reckless spending can consume a lot of cash fast. So what do we do about that? We live with cash, except for payments you must send through the mail. Living with cash is a good way to curb mindless spending. Where have we heard that? It's not easy. In fact, it's hard to do. But if you're willing to teach your brain and your attitude to treat this move as you would a job, it will become a very useful challenge, otherwise known as the envelope system. Limit ATM trips to weekly. So frequent trips to ATM and or frequent swipes of that debit card tied to your bank account are like a small hole in the bottom of a boat. That constant leak can quickly lead to capsizing. Plug the leak by developing an envelope system for areas that can get out of control, like entertainment and fast food. Pro tip, a $100 bill stashed in your wallet will give you an uncanny sense of security and willingness to leave the plastic and checkbook at home. Chances are great you will do just about anything to not break that C note for some impulsive purchase like fries and Coke. Some people it wouldn't matter. Like if it was Cane's, I might have to break the C note. Cancel subscriptions. There you go. Streaming services, music service, product and entertainment memberships, other kind of subscriptions. Which ones do you use most often? Which had you completely forgotten about? How could you replace it with a free service? You could be spending a lot more each month on stuff you no longer use or want. By cutting unnecessary subscriptions, you can give yourself a small raise every month. Absolutely. If you're not using it, don't do it. It took me, probably took me about 3 months of hardly playing World of Warcraft at all to cancel that $15 a month subscription. Too long, but it didn't go on for that long, but that was, eventually I thought, I'm not playing that much at all. I should just stop paying for it. So stop shopping. Don't shop at all. Unless you have a specific need and the money to pay for it, don't wander aimlessly through the mall or surf the internet just to see what looks good. Remember this, a true need is never discovered while standing in a store. It is realized during normal, everyday living. That is so true. Use what you have. Have you taken a look in your pantry and freezer lately? If it's not full of freezer trash, you may be surprised to see how much food you have is already paid for. Use it up before you make another trip to the supermarket. Absolutely. Make it automatic. Fill out automatic deposit authorization at your bank or credit union, instructing them to automatically move 25 or 50 each week into from your checking account into savings. Okay, that's if you're adding on to savings at the time. Pay off debt. That sounds like that might be a good idea. If I were making baby steps, I'd probably make that one baby step 2. If you're rolling credit card balances from one month to the next, you're paying out a lot of money in interest. Pay off those debts as fast as you can and do not replace them with new debt. The interest you don't have to send to your creditors anymore is money in your wallet. Yep, just like giving yourself a raise. And is that it? Was that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it was. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go back to that. Let's check on the thing. Blockbuster had a channel on DirecTV, Ellie says, and they were digital but didn't advertise enough. It worked for them for years. Kind of miss it. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember them doing that. So, I mean, it's possible I was aware of it at the time, but right now I don't recall. And they couldn't lower their prices enough to compete. Too many people damage the DVDs and stuff. Yeah, I got you. Says Boosted. And Ellie says, not many damaged people not returning. The distributors used to charge, no joke, like about $150 per movie new release. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And they were getting, I don't know, how much were they? $1 or $2 or something when VHS started. And by the time they got the DVDs, it went up more. Luciano said, I don't think you should eat all of your food until you are out and then buy more. It's good to always have food in case of an emergency, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can save some, but, you know, they're not. What I think they're more talking about is if you have a freezer 3/4 full, wait till it gets down to more, just like a quarter left, or just a few items. You don't have to go down to complete zero, but yeah, definitely use it, because the problem in that case is you never use your emergency level food ever, and then it gets freezer burn. That could happen. Let's see what I wanted to do next. Upcoming streams. Ramsey Show Aftershow is every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, except for tomorrow night. It's going to be 7:30 p.m. because I have a school function with my son tomorrow during that time. So tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And otherwise, it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time. There was going to be, what's tonight? Tuesday. Yes, there was going to be a board gaming with Stephen Glenn tonight, but he can't do it this week or next week for a reason he has not disclosed to me yet. Actually, I see Discord has a message on it, so perhaps he has by now, but I don't know what it is. Hopefully he's all okay, but he did tell me he couldn't do it. So I am going to do probably not Madden. It'll probably be a tech support stream, or maybe I'll play some more of Alien Isolation, a game I started and abandoned when I got busier. I would usually start a live stream just for chatting if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as was the case 5 times in the past 4 weeks. So that does happen. So if it's not up for early chatting, check out my channel. And if you hit the notification bell, it will tell you whenever I go live, so you will know. Let's see. The Ohio. Do I still have that up? Nope, don't. So let me get that up. The Ohio fact of the day. There we go. Oh, great. Well, that did not work. All right, we'll do it the old way. We'll do it how I got there to begin with. I wonder why it wouldn't let me do that. What did I put in there? Was that clear? There we go. Where is that? There we go. Okay, so back in the day it looked like that, and here's what happened. At 5 minutes before 8 o'clock, there was a flicker in the lamp nearest the telegraph supply company's headquarters, and immediately the 12 lights beamed forth from their various stations. The lamp posts are much higher than the gas posts, making the electric lamps like beacon lights. Thousands of people gathered to witness the scene, and as the lights shot around and through the park, a shout was raised. Presently, the Grays band struck up in the pavilion, and soon afterwards, a section of artillery on the lakeshore began firing a salute in honor of the occasion. The light varied some in intensity at intervals, when shining brightest, being so dazzling as to be painful to the eyes to look long at a lamp. In color, it is of a purplish hue, not unlike moonlight, and by contrast, making the gas lights in the store windows look a reddish yellow. Some people had raised their expectations too high and were disappointed because it was not as light as day, but most people seemed struck with admiration, both by the novelty and brilliance of the scene. That was the Cleveland Plain Dealer, which is still the main paper in Cleveland, and that was April 30th, 1879, when they became the first city to use electric light. As far as a city basis, not in. It may have been, ever since Edison created it. It had been, I'm sure some people got it. Richies maybe got it in their houses or something like that. Could have been. So, fun. Alrighty. Let's check on the chat one more time and we'll call it an evening. Yeah, I did say the opening correctly, I think, where I did OH, I believe. I think Tina. Alright, they're just talking about food still. Alright guys, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I do any kind of stream. And Coach Steve Money at gmail.com. Donations, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, and you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. Email me with any types of questions you might have. I don't bite. I will answer any question you have. I'll send you a quick email back, and if it's something to do with finances, I will without naming you or giving exact details. I will also talk about it on the show as well. If you want me to give you a shout out when I do that, just put in that it's okay to say your name on there, or a name you'd like to be known by. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. Appreciate your support as always. Not in here, Luciano. I'm not big enough to warrant that kind of troll level. What up, Flash? Flash was busy cooking dinner. Well, that will happen. Alrighty. So once again, tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time instead of 6 p.m. Eastern Time, because I'm busy. So it's a very special Ramsey Show Aftershow show. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will see you guys in the chat tomorrow. I'll be listening to the audio portion, of which I will be able to hear the live audio show. I'll be able to hear most of it before I have to leave for my appointment. All right, guys, I appreciate. Thank you so much, and make smart financial decisions every single day. Goodbye.